everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week I'm gonna do a day in the life because I have not updated a lot of you on what I've been doing because I've had so many other sort of individual little updates about what I'm doing with my life. For example, my Morocco expedition, the fact that we got a puppy, which might explain if I look very tired, why I look very tired, and sort of everything else that's been going on. So I'm just kind of gonna bring you along to everything that I'm doing today, and hopefully it will be nice and varied. As things open up, I'm starting to get back into the swing of kind of my previous life, which involved a lot of events. It involved a lot of time in London with other people. Last week by the time this comes out, I went to my first event in London with real people. It had a capacity of 30 people, but was in the incredible Somerset House in London and was absolutely just so nice to get back into the swing of things again. Like, I love my quiet life here in Bristol. I really enjoy everything that we do here, but there is a part of me that really kind of misses going out and seeing people and doing really fun things and dressing up and going to events and, you know, being a little bit fancy for an evening and then coming back and just, you know, wearing the same clothes day in, day out. So it was really lovely to get back to that, and I'm hoping to do more of that soon. But today, no events today, unfortunately, but I'm getting some work done. I have an exciting announcement. I have started a new challenge. There's lots of work to be done in the garden, as always. Thanks to Strava, my sponsor for this week's video, who are something to do with the challenge that I will be doing next week. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it later, but it is essentially a new feature on their app which allows you to set group challenges for up to 25 of your friends. I have set myself a challenge with a few of my friends, and I will explain a little bit more later, but I'm going to be going on a run later today as well, and I will of course bring you along to that. But for now, breakfast. Okay, so I've made my breakfast. It might not be the most appealing looking breakfast in the world, but spirulina is supposed to be really good for vegans because it's got iodine in it, and that's something that is like categorically missing from our diets. And while I take vitamins and all that kind of stuff, I kind of prefer to get some things in naturally as well. And it's got vitamin B, and then the turmeric is anti-inflammatory, and I'm sure most of you will have had this pain before, but I have the most annoying wisdom tooth at the moment, and it is like very sore and swollen, so hoping that some turmeric will help, as well as the ibuprofen that I've already taken. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this breakfast and then get going in the garden. What you doing? Hey, what's this? Oh, baby. You're so cute! Oh, So most mornings now consist of creating mortar for my boyfriend to do his work on the garden. He's kind of doing it full time pretty much, which is why we've got so much done. I will show you in a minute, because actually even since our last video vlog of our garden, we've done so much, so I'm very excited to show you, and some grass has grown so we actually have some greenery. But first of all, I need to make some muck. So that is my lovely muckety mix of bricklayer's mortar, which is now how I spend every morning, which is surprisingly good exercise and a good way of starting the day. It's about 8:45 at the moment, so I will go back in and actually do some work. But do let me know if you are also a runner who mixes muck, because I feel like it is crazy good exercise and I want someone to talk to about it. Because it's exhausting. Before I go in, I'd like to show you what we are doing. So can you see there? That wall there at the top that's covering the white wall is a kind of rendering, although actually it's a pretty solid wall in and of itself, but it's supposed to be a rendering of the white wall, which is at a wonky angle. So we're fixing the wonk and fixing the white with our faux dry stone wall. Rhian is building it all by himself. Other than making the mix, which is what I do. This is like his full-time job now, which is cool, and apparently there's a long legacy of like fell runners who are also dry stone wallers, so he's in good company. And I think last time I did a vlog, I showed the outside bit. So our dog's trying to escape. Don't escape. Tia. Tia, down. Good girl. Continuing on, yeah, I showed down here, but we've removed the compost bin, we've moved that to our allotment and planted some stuff in it. It's looking really lovely. I'll bring you closer in a sec. There's now grass on that terrace, which is very nice, and there's supposed to be grass on the terrace above, but that's not quite got there yet. But we have seeded it, so in the next few days that should start hazing up. And then down here we got some planting. Currently looks like weeds, but actually that's real plants. On the right we've got lavender. In the middle we've got stipper, which is a type of grass, kind of ornamental grass. And then on the left we have got salvia and then berberis, kind of nice yellow berberis. And then my fig plant in the bottom left. That's going to be grass again, and then then it gets to the messy parts of the garden, which I will not show you because they're not interesting. But just to show you what we've done down here, hidden off from the dog because she'll probably try and eat them otherwise, because I just planted them and she likes to dig. We've got a couple of ferns because that's in shade for the rest of the day. It's because it's early morning that it's in the sun. A Pieris japonica and various other plants. Haconachola, I've got 2 of those in the end. I showed you 1 last time I think, and now I've got 2. And more ferns. They're all growing amazingly, so I absolutely love this part of the garden. Tia's found herself a toy. This is just what she does all day. Sits in the bark, eating things. Usually stuff we don't want her to eat, like plant pots. Hey ho. Okay, so I've come inside and I've been doing emails for the last 20 minutes or so, but Tia has been running around making things a little bit of a nightmare. So I'm going to do a little bit of training with her. We do clicker training. Basically means that the dog, or whatever animal you're doing it with, associates this with a reward, and in the end this starts to be the reward. So this is when they know that they've done the right thing, essentially. And it's kind of a shortcut to like learning things in a way, because it's so clear when they've done something right. We watch Monkey Life on TV when we eat dinner at night, and they do clicker training for all the monkeys and apes there. So it basically is a very positive thing where you don't like, there's no negative reinforcement or anything like that. So anyway, we're gonna do some training. I'm gonna film it because why not? I'm actually pretty pleased with how she's doing. She's very talkative and stubborn, but I think she really enjoys the training, and it means that I'll be able to actually sit down and do some work later once we've actually done some things, because I don't think it's fair just to ignore her kind of all day and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you ready? Let's go. Good sit. Lie down. Good, lie down. Bed. Good bed, well done. Heel. Good heel. Spin. Good spin. Sit. Good sit. Paw. Good paw. What's this? Fetch. Good girl. Well done. Well done. You wanna play? This way. Drop it. Good girl. Well done. Bed. Good bed. Stay. Stay is the hardest one for her to do because she always wants to be right next to me. She's staying. She's currently staying. Bye. Oh, you moved. Good sit. Stay. Good stay. Well done. Dance. Good dance. Paw. Good paw. Lie down. Good lie down. Roll over. Good roll over. Well done. Well done. Very good. That's it. I don't know, what was that? 5 minutes of training. And then she will sit or lie and sleep for the rest of the morning, so it's actually pretty worthwhile getting that done, but then actually I can get some work done and she is a happy dog. Alrighty, so I've just been doing a bunch of work for a new venture that I've got, which is so exciting. And I know all vloggers say this, like, oh, I got such exciting news, and I have to say I'm definitely guilty of that as well. But this is something I'm really passionate about. So just to give you a brief overview, you know, obviously most of what I do is about fitness, but where my passion really lies, fitness is my time off, where my passion lies in my work is sustainability and helping people's accessibility to sustainability and education, all that kind of stuff. So recently I've kind of been trying to move away from just doing blogging with everything and towards more long-term solutions for my work, and actually also just for my brain. You know, it's really cool to be able to do what I do and I adore it, don't get me wrong, but I sort of wanted something that is a little bit longer term that really helps people and makes a difference. And so recently I have joined as co-founder of Leo's Box, and Leo's Box is a membership service which is kind of like, we call it kind of Costco for the planet. So you pay a monthly membership fee, and with that you get access to sustainable products at significantly reduced prices, so like between 40 to 70% off, that sort of thing. So really, really good prices. And the whole premise is that we don't want buying sustainable products to be inaccessible or only for people who can afford it. We kind of want sustainability to be as accessible, if not more accessible, than buying unsustainable products. Obviously, we're a really small brand at the moment, but we stock some really cool other brands. So we don't like supply our own skincare, for example. We buy it in wholesale from places like Upcircle Beauty, which is amazing. I've been using their stuff for absolutely ages, and then we sell it on at those sort of wholesale prices. And so if you know that you love a product, then actually it makes so much sense to get this £4 membership per month, and then you can buy that product on repeat every single month or every other month, and it still ends up being cheaper than buying it once in the shop. And so what I've been doing recently is loads of education for their blog, because we have a kind of community centre, because the whole point is that it provides education for people so that they know why they're doing what they're doing and why we're doing what we're doing. And so I've been writing loads of blog posts around like the UN sustainability goals and stuff. So there's 17 goals that world leaders kind of agreed on to fight some of the most pressing issues in the world and for the people living on the world today. So things like climate change, tackling poverty, education, gender equality, plastic pollution, all of this sort of stuff. And then we've chosen 3 of those to focus on at Leo's Box, so that we know that what we're doing is genuinely along the lines of what experts say we need in the world to tackle climate change and other things. So I've been writing about that all morning and published blog post last night, and I've been doing other stuff today, which is very exciting. Just got another email from my co-founder. It's very, very strange for me to be saying all of this because I've never wanted to have a business, and I say this very honestly, like I've never wanted to run my own business or anything like that. But with this, it has the potential to actually help people and actually make a difference. And so as you can probably tell, it's something I'm quite passionate about. So I've just been doing that, and I've just also received the news that I've been booked for an exciting shoot up in the Shetland Islands, up in the north of Scotland. Kind of like halfway up Norway, basically, like in the middle of the ocean. So it's very, very cool because this is actually my first shoot since, I don't know, like late summer last year, and I really enjoyed doing them. And this is just running, it's just trail running. I have to trail run around the Shetland Islands as part of a shoot, so life is good. Alrighty, so that is my work done for this morning, and I'm just gonna head for a run. Currently have a very excited dog looking at me, but I think she thinks that she's gonna go for a walk. But we're not allowed to take her running until her joints are fully fused and properly solid. So she's got another 7 months or so to wait. But I'm gonna go out. I was gonna do an interval session today, but I am not going to anymore because it's really sunny and lovely outside. So I'm gonna head out for a run around the docks, which is one of my favorite runs here in Bristol because it is just so beautiful and very quintessentially Bristolian. So I'm gonna go out now. Alrighty, I'm up and out. I just can't get over how nice this weather is. Look, literally not a cloud in sight. Oh, there's one. Alrighty. And then I was thinking back to last year when it was just like this all the time, and no wonder I was so brown and happy. But yeah, I feel very lucky to be out in this. It said it was going to be kind of like sunny, cloudy today, so this is really wonderful. But I'm just doing a steady run. Haven't run since Monday. I did a 15k on Monday. It is now Friday, but I've been in London for most of that time. Don't really like running in London that much. I think it's too polluted in most places, but I love the river path. Anyway, nice flat run today, about 9 kilometers.
just happy to be out really. I'm 2.5 kilometres into the run at the moment. It's really cool to be out. I feel so refreshed after a few days of not running, which is lovely. Currently listening to my sister's podcast that's just come out, Working Hard or Hardly Working. It's on Spotify if you want to check it out. Great interviews on there, so yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you have a business or want to do a startup or just are kind of interested in seeing how things work behind the scenes of businesses, big and small. Mainly big, to be honest. Definitely not like my own. Anyway, check that out. I took a different route to the park today, which is taking me to the docks, which is taking me to Smith Park. It's so beautiful. Feels a bit like the south of France actually. Yeah, so gonna head round clockwise rather than my usual anti-clockwise. Apparently, here's your fun fact of the day, taking a different route and exploring new roads staves off dementia because you're making new connections with your brain, which is a good thing. So here's to staving off dementia. Quick shout out to the Pump House, my favourite gin pub in the whole of Bristol. It's on the harbour, as you can see. Nice views. I'm not paid to do this, obviously. Thoroughly recommend them. They've got their own greenhouses and they make their own food and it's absolutely delicious. And they have 600 types of gin or something ridiculous like that. So yeah, big fan. Not gonna stop there today. I've moved on to listening to the Forward Minds podcast, which is by Forward Lab, who I actually write for. They are a sustainable fashion sort of platform. They've got their podcast, they've got articles, like online magazine, like lots of edits about sustainable fashion, which I'm a massive fan of, obviously. But yeah, they got this new podcast and they interview some really cool people. So again, either if you're interested in sustainability or interviews with like some CEOs or owners or founders of brands that are sustainable and interested in what they're doing, check that out. I'm trying to find new podcasts, I don't know if you could tell, because I've listened to all my other ones. To continue your tour of Bristol Harbour, that's the SS Great Britain. We used to live looking over that, pretty cool. It's open to the public, if you want to come and visit. Nice short weekend away. 8 kilometres in, nearly back home. Not gonna lie, much though I love intervals, nothing beats a sunny run out in nature. So good. I know it wasn't all out in nature today, but really lovely. Apparently tomorrow it is International Trail Day or something, so I'm gonna see if I can get out on the trails this weekend. We have our first puppy class tomorrow, which will be on the trails. We're not ready for running, and that'll be fun. And oh yeah, new news. Note the sunglasses. I'm sponsored. No, I'm not sponsored. I'm an ambassador for Sun God as of like a couple of weeks ago, which is super exciting for me because I freaking love their stuff. Don't do any ads to them or anything like that, I just wear it because they're good. So sadly I don't have a discount code or anything because I would love to be able to share that, but the reason I partnered with them is because they've got lifetime warranty and obviously they work, they're really good. These are the photochromic ones, so they're light when it's dark out and they're dark when it's light out, but also, yeah, the lifetime guarantee. They shouldn't break, which is much more sustainable because then you're not buying loads of new ones to replace them. So yeah, Yay for me. Hi. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. Oh, look at that smile. This is the best bit about coming back from a run. And obviously seeing Finn, but mainly seeing Tia. Tia. Hi. Hi. Hello. Oh, so cute. Do you like sunbathing? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm back from my run and I'm just about to start making lunch. Lunch every day totally varies depending on what we have in the fridge, but today I think it's going to be pita breads and tomatoes, which is actually my favourite. And we're going to eat it out in the sun, which is so lovely. Alrighty, lunch is done. You saw what went into it. It's gonna be good, really good, big sandwich. And then some tomatoes from the Isle of Wight that I was very kindly sent with some of our homegrown thyme, salt and pepper, and obviously olive oil, because you can't do tomatoes without olive oil.
No.
No?
So bad today.
Yummy.
No.
Good girl. No.
I'm just sniffing the table. I wasn't looking at your food.
That's definitely what she's doing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to go over there anyway. Good girl. You're being naughty. Yes, you are. Are you very cute still? It is currently 2:30. Since come back from my run, I've had lunch and done about an hour of work. But Doggo here, who now runs my life apparently, has been going a little bit mental. So I'm going to take her out for a quick walk. We don't walk her every day, but I'm going to go out, and then while I'm out there, I'm going to tell you about the Strava group challenge sort of situation, what it is, what we're doing, and kind of how you can use it to motivate your training and, you know, get a little bit competitive with your friends and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to head out into the sunshine because it is so nice outside and I do not want to be inside. Alrighty, so the Strava group challenges feature is one that's only available for premium members, I think. But what it is, you can challenge up to 25 of your friends to a challenge of your choosing. So currently what it is that like most groups can form a challenge and that is of their choosing, but now you can make your own. So say you want to challenge your friends to do 5 hours of exercise in a week, you can do that. Say you want to challenge them to run 40 kilometers in a week, you can do that, or to cycle, or you know, any of the Strava activity things that you can have on there. You can set a challenge around that, or you can do it for all of them. You can do it based on time, on distance, or on elevation. You can do it over any time frame that you want. So you can do it, you know, longest run in a day, or most amount of mileage in a week, or most time on feet over the space of a month. So it's really customizable, and I'm setting one up for some of my friends because I kind of miss the competitive aspect of running. It's not something that I've really been doing over the last year and a bit. Like the races that I've entered have been very much like just get to the finish. And other than my 5K time trial, which was just, you know, competitive against myself and my previous times, I've not really done anything that's been like against other people. So this is really fun, and to be honest, like it's just a bit of fun. The people that I've challenged are like competitive athletes, so I'm going to try and set up the challenge so that it suits me, and I'm going to show you how I do it when I get back so that you can see and set one up for yourself. I was just thinking, we've come along here before and it was after maybe just like a week and a half after we got here. And as you can tell, it's a really loud main road, and she would stop for every single car that went past because she has a fear of, well, she has a fear of big vans, but she used to have a fear of literally any car. And she would stop and sit and watch. And now she's just having a little sniff. Come on, good girl. And happily plodding along. Like she'll have a think about things every now and again. She doesn't like motorbikes if they're super loud and stuff, but that's understandable. Their hearing is so much better than ours. I'm trying to get her used to as many things as possible because obviously I plan on running with her when we can, and you can't, she's just sniffing things, you can't run with a dog if they want to stop at everything. So I'm just trying to get her used to everything and desensitizing her to like cars and stuff, because although we want to do lots of trail running, you've got to go on roads to be able to get there. So I'm so pleased with how she's doing. She is absolutely fantastic. She now knows that we're about to get to the park, so I think she's quite excited. Come on, no, that's not your house. Come on, good girl. Well done, good girl. Oh, you are such a good doggy. Oh, beautiful.
Well, she's like having a half, but...
Is she a multi-poo, cavapoo?
Cavapoo.
Very cute. Oh, there's so many rolls.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, adorable. Hop, 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 hop. You're gonna have to rethink that. Come on, this way. This way. Honestly. So I thought she was clever, but come on. There we go. Good girl. Wow, that was hard.
Okay, I'm just sitting down to do a little bit more work before calling it a day. It is a Friday and it is 4 p.m. I've done bits and bobs. Basically, I just kind of respond to emails as they come in rather than just like sitting at my desk doing nothing. I do other things and then wait for the emails to come in and then I can sit down and actually do them. But I've got a piece to write for Tuesday, so I'm going to get started on that now. I find starting these articles the hardest thing. Once I'm actually getting going, it's kind of fine, but when I have to sort of think of how I'm going to structure it and phrase it and all that kind of stuff, it can be quite difficult. Almost the best thing I find to do is actually put something down, put anything down, and then come back to it later, and then you can kind of have a bit of a play around with the structure of it, or rephrasing things, reframing things, because the first things that you write are probably not going to be the best things, because it takes a while to actually get into the right frame of mind. At least that is the case for me. So I'm writing about running form actually, and to give you a kind of impression about how varied my writing is at the moment, which I absolutely love, by the way. I'm doing a piece on running form for a brand. Then I have just today had an article published for a different organisation, Forward Lab, who I was mentioning earlier, about conscious gardening and kind of being eco-friendly with your gardening and using the least resources possible. And then yesterday I was writing about UN Global Sustainable Development Goals. So nice and varied, which I absolutely love, because it means that no two pieces, I'm not really like going along the same sort of mindset. Whereas I know like when I was writing about fitness before for different publications and stuff, it could be quite samey, you know, people want to hear the same sort of stuff. I love writing about sustainability because it tends to be quite educational. But this one here is about running form and a little bit about my own story as well, because who'd have thought that getting injured would actually lead to me getting some jobs? But I guess there's got to be some positive about the whole thing. But yeah, I have suffered from many injuries before, and they've all stemmed pretty much from me having less than ideal running form. So I'm kind of writing a little bit about what that means for me, and then they're getting an expert obviously to say all the expert stuff, because I'm not an expert. I'm only an expert in my own experiences, so I'm going to be writing about those. But I'll be doing that for the next hour and then probably go outside to have a drink in the sun, because it is just so nice outside, and I feel really sad if I'm stuck inside all day when it's sunny out. That's one thing I love about running, is that it kind of gives you an excuse to get outside as a kind of productive thing rather than just sort of sitting there, which is fully what I intend to do this afternoon, by the way. That is me done for the day. Work-wise, at least. I completed the blog post or article. Very surprisingly, I was just gonna start it, as I said before, and then finish it on Monday or whatever. And I wrote 900 words in the last couple of hours, which is great. Great news. It is now 5:20, so I'm gonna go outside into the sun, make one more mix of mortar. It's just my life now, and then drink some wine, which is, oh god, I'm loving today. It's really nice filming on a Friday because you get to see me doing nice, like, happy stuff rather than like, work, stressing me out, or whatever, which is quite often the case the rest of the week. But yeah, I'm gonna go outside now and enjoy the sunshine.
You punch me.
Attack!
Wolf.
Oh,
Wolf
baby. Oh.
Keep your teeth to yourself.
So this is how we spend every evening.
No biting.
Our little land shark. What you doing?
No biting.
What you doing?
No
She goes
biting.
around with her mouth open,
No biting.
biting anything that gets in the
No
way,
biting. No.
and making strange noises.
No. No.
What's going on? Food. Going down. Wait. Okay. Very happy dog. This is what we now feed her in case anyone was interested. Apparently it's the best stuff for them. So it was gonna be very impressive and cook a nice dinner, but it's got too late and haven't got around to it. So instead we're gonna have one of these. I get these every 3 weeks. They're frozen meals from all plants, they're all vegan. We basically save them for days that we've been gardening or like doing intense exercise and it gets to the end of the day and we're just too tired. But I always do one of these and then do some vegetables or kind of, I bulk it up basically. Even though this is kind of 2 portions, I tend to always have some extra food with it. And yeah, it takes like 15 minutes and it's super easy. There are so many recipes I love to cook that are just really quick and easy, but to be honest, like sometimes I just can't be bothered, so frozen food is where it's at. Just cooking dinner, and this is what we see at the back. They're so very Bristol. What else? Oh look, yay! Oh, so nice. They look bigger in person than they do on the camera, but we can hear them from here.
Yeah. Used to hear him a lot from
Your old house.
my old house, yeah.
Yay! So Bristol. Alrighty, well that is it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. We just sat down for dinner and the dog is looking at me like she desperately wants our dinner, even though we have just fed her. Here she is. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, please do give it a thumbs up. Make sure to check out the Strava group challenges feature. Sorry, it's very distracting having a dog around. Make sure to give us a subscribe as well if you enjoyed this vlog. There'll be plenty more running content coming your way, plenty more exciting challenges and all of that coming up. So yeah, definitely give us a subscribe. Come and find me over on Instagram, and that is it. Thanks again for watching. Bye.